Here at God, Family, and Guns, we are a light in a very dark world, and we fight uphill, battling against algorithms and demonetizations. And how we battle against this is oftentimes support from you, so please consider being a patron to God, Family, and Guns. That link is below. Hey, we're here with Maggie at Gunners Firearms again.
Hi, everybody.
Good to see you today.
Great to see you, and it's awesome to be here. Thanks for coming to Gunners.
Heck yeah, I love this place. One of my favorite places. So we were going to talk about ammo a little bit, and not necessarily going in any direction with this, just kind of what's new, what's happening with ammo. How is ammo lately? Because from what I understand, it seems abundant and supposedly going down in price.
As the supply replenishes itself, the prices do drop. And so you're getting a lot of the stuff. And also, you're starting to see some of the seasonal stuff come back in. You're finally up at a safe production level. These manufacturers are at a safe enough production level where they can kind of switch one of the lines over and start cranking out just a few of these seasonal cartridges.
Well, and there's so many wildcat cartridges now. So you're saying you're just kind of all of them. So you're just getting a lot of that, so you're getting more of the wildcat stuff, the 21 sharps,
the random stuff that you rarely see on the shelf is starting to come back into stock, and it's not just the normal bread and butter cartridges that are on the shelves, your 30-06, your 308, 5.56, 9, 40, 45s. It's the wild, the wonderful, the unusual, and the weird. Some of the rare as well. This year, the 5.6 by 52 rimmed cartridge was back in stock this year. It was seasonal run was made on that. And so some of those did pop up. A lot of you guys are not familiar with that. It is not a very popular cartridge here in the United States, but it's actually a pretty big hunting cartridge, big popular cartridge for the Europe section. So all the viewers over there overseas, you guys have some stuff that we don't have here very often at all.
What you do now.
And yep, so from time to time, those production runs come up. So all of those cool firearms that we have here that nobody can find ammo for, they still make them.
Interesting. So the big question would be price-wise.
Ammo pricing.
Yeah, it seems like just kind of doing a quick scan on the internet, that prices are pretty close to pre-2020 at this point. Is that the case even with the wildcat stuff, even with
it's a little higher. I mean, it has adjusted for inflation, but it's proper adjustment. It's not some wild,
like we had in 2020.
Yes.
Yeah.
When the supply had dwindled to nothing and the demand was so high, that is going to raise prices to astronomical levels. Right now you have a moderate to a plentiful supply and not a very high demand. So you're starting to see prices drop. And I'm really interested. My cousin's going to a distribution show later this summer, and we've been talking about, do we restock on some of these ammo now, or do we wait until we go to the show and then we can get some better terms and pricing and everything like that? Because when you buy in larger quantities, obviously they're going to give you better price breaks, things like that. But it's usually face-to-face at a dealer show for those.
Okay.
So we will be doing some shows and stuff like that for dealers, and hopefully my cousin's gonna bag us some really good deals and we'll have those available on the shelf. And your local dealers, because it's been kind of slow in the firearms industry, will have more time to spend away from their side of the counter, and they can go to these distributor shows and everything, these dealer shows, and maybe get some better product or some more replenish the product at better pricing. So
Well, I find it interesting that we're at where we are with ammo right now in America, because one might argue that 95% of civilian ammo in the world is probably sold in America. And in addition to that, probably 95% of civilian guns are sold in America. So you just have the American customers. They're your primary customers for sure. And it just doesn't seem like, it's slow. Like you say, people just aren't buying guns and ammo right now. It feels like everything is more expensive and has by far exceeded inflation. And guns and ammo are kind of one of the only things that I can think of that's actually going down in price. And I find that wonderful.
Do you want to know? I have this really lovely tidbit of information, and this is not really on ammo, but in 1934, our wonderful government decided that they were going to put a tax on owning silencers and machine guns. And in 1934, they set that tax at $200, a flat rate of $200 in 1934. It is no longer 1934. It is 91 years in the future. And that price has not adjusted for inflation at all.
Really?
Do you know what the cost of an NFA tax stamp would be if our government had adjusted for inflation 91 years in the future?
I'm going to guess $4,800.
Pretty damn close.
Really?
Yeah, you're damn near on it right there. I can't say that word. You're gosh darn on it.
I appreciate it.
Darn near. That is, hang on. I had it right here. Adjusting for inflation, that is $4,773.12.
Man, I almost nailed it. Wow.
You were so close.
So close.
$4,773.12.
I don't know, $4,723.
Yes. So yeah, you're pretty much right on there. Some things have this anomalous price on it that just does not fluctuate or change. And other things, most of the cost of ammunition fluctuates the same way the price of gasoline does. In certain areas where it is harder to get shipments to those areas, you will see increased prices. In areas where it is easy to get shipments of whatever, you will see lower prices because you can get more of them and the freight or the shipping to get it there doesn't cost as much. Buy something in Alaska versus buy something in Kansas City.
Right.
Buy the same thing in Alaska, buy the same thing in Kansas City, in Kansas or Missouri, and you're going to see a vast difference in price. It costs more to get things up to Alaska than it does to get it to the middle of the Midwest continental U.S. Yeah. So you're going to see fluctuation in price based on that. You are going to see some fluctuation in price based on how much the store paid to put that product on their shelf and how long that product has been on the shelf. There are 1 or 2 boxes on these shelves here at our store that are left over from the COVID buy when we could not.
You couldn't even sell it, huh?
Because it was so astronomically priced. And it was like the last box or 2 left, and then the next shipment that came in $10 cheaper. So the price adjusts based on what currently comes in. But I still have more money wrapped up in those older boxes there, and I can't just lose my money. The good news is that in times where the market is flooded with ammunition or with firearms, specifically used firearms, you're going to see those prices drop significantly. And people wonder, hey, like, how come I wasn't getting this pricing back in 2020, 2021? And there's more. You have more options. You have more choices.
If I understand this right, what you got is you got a large amount of bullets for sale. Smaller amount of people wanting bullets. And it's also slow in the meantime as well. So just for seasonal reasons. So it's a good time to buy ammo right now.
It's a good time to shop local, but that better price comes at the cost of an indeterminate amount of time.
All right.
So.
Well, that sounds good. This all sounds like good news to me. So,
it's out there. Buy it. Enjoy it. Shoot it. Go to the range. Enjoy
Always
the time.
yeah,
enjoy the time with your family, your firearms, and as always.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Maggie. We really appreciate you, and we'll just see you guys next time on the internet.
Take care. Bye, internet.
Bye-bye.